They come there with intent. And today, more so than ever, chances are they have done some serious homework. You have what they want. Let's don't talk them out of buying. Let's help them make their decision. Nice job.
Thank you. Steve, what's...
Look, I hear you. I hear you. I appreciate you asking me, but you know what? I'm just not going to make my decision today. Okay, I've got a couple places I need to go, but you know, I'll get back with you. I promise. So make sure I got your business card. I'd like a copy of this as well.
Okay, Steve. I'll tell you what. One more time. What payment works best for you?
Well,
just go ahead and take that pencil.
Well,
and just go ahead and circle that for me.
Well, I'm not buying anything, am I?
Steve, I'm just asking you just to circle that right now because that's what you told me that you're comfortable buying.
Well, I can do 60 months with $3 grand down.
At that price.
And if it turns out this is the right deal, that's what I'll do.
Okay.
Okay.
What is it, Steve, if it turns out it isn't the right deal? Obviously, there's something that I didn't go over with you that it isn't the right deal because you just told me that.
No, you've been terrific. Okay. I couldn't have asked for a better guy, a more knowledgeable fellow. I really appreciated my time with you.
Okay, and you said you're going to Joe's Ford right after here.
Yep.
And you're going to take a look at the same truck with the same equipment, correct?
Well, yeah. So,
Okay.
yeah, if not exactly the same, certainly similar.
Okay, so when you go there, Steve, I want you to ask yourself one thing, and I want you to ask the salesperson and the manager if he even takes the time to come over to see you, like my manager, Tom, who was just a fantastic manager, came over and talked to you at the beginning, he talked to you during the entire process, and you said, you know what, that was the first time that I ever had a manager come over and talk to me, and that you can see that the entire dealership has your best interest in buying this vehicle. Isn't that right?
Look, you guys have been terrific, no doubt about that.
Okay.
No doubt
didn't we
about
say
that.
at the beginning, what the question, that I told you as soon as you walked on the lot, we shook hands, and I told you you're not going to be able to buy a vehicle cheaper anywhere else. And you know what? Our owner does this. You won't be able to buy it anywhere else, and I'm going to do the same thing, Steve. You won't. That's one thing that I guarantee. We put it in writing right here. You won't be able to do it. When you go to Joe's Ford and they can't do what I said that I can do, okay, I'm going to sign this, Steve, right here. I'm even going to have my manager sign it that guarantees you will not be able to buy that vehicle cheaper anywhere else. Apples to apples vehicle. Furthermore, what I want you to ask your sales person, are they going to give you this value? And this isn't something free, Steve, that we just say, here, just do it just because it sounds great. It's a value. And it's what we found that our customers love about us. It makes us different. You can go to any dealer you want. You can go to the Honda store. You can go to the Chevy store. You can go to the Nissan store. Nobody's going to add this value to the vehicle. Nobody. And let me just go over it one more time because I think it's very important that you, again, it's in top of the mind when you walk into that dealership that you know that this is the value that we're going to give to you, Steve. Remember we talked about your trip you had, or your trip that's coming up as far as our Loyal Advantage package. There's certain paybacks that we're going to give you through here, and it's through our insurance company, EasyCare. You're going to have a deductible no matter what. This is going to help pay your deductible down. When was the last time a dealership gave you anything? Okay,
Well,
you're going to
I've
get
been given a hard time.
You're going to get a check in the mail, aren't you? Right here. Key care. We talked about if you lose a key, it isn't like you go down to the hardware store anymore, Steve, and say, hey, cut me a key. Okay? You have to come back to the manufacturer. They have to program the key. They have to order the key. That's about a $400 to $500 cost. That's expensive. Furthermore, when you come back to me and trade this vehicle in and you don't have that key, I'm going to have to deduct that because the manufacturer wants 2 keys. So it only keeps the value of your vehicle when you come back to see us. Okay? Nitrogen in the tires. I told you about the Boeing story. You have a major company who builds, probably some of the best jets in the world using nitrogen in the tires because it saved them money. Number one, they weren't going through tires. They didn't have the blowouts on the runways. Okay? Same thing that we use for passenger vehicle tires. You're going to get better inflation, better wear and tear, and it's going to save you money in the long run. You may go through 3 sets of tires without the nitrogen, and you may only have to go through 2. That saves you about $700. That's important to you, Steve, isn't it?
Well, sure.
Okay? Dent repair. Like I talked about, the story of the gentleman who purchased the vehicle from me, went across the street to Walmart. Somebody opened the door up on him. He parked away from everybody, like I do, and there's always some knucklehead that comes parks right next to me, doesn't matter. And the same thing can happen to you. What we're doing is we're protecting you, Steve. We are protecting you on that. If you get a ding in a vehicle, brand new vehicle, you just spent $40,000 and you get a dent in it, I'm going to be upset. Guess what? You bring it back, Tom, I got a ding. Okay, Steve, no problem. We're going to give you a maintenance book, Steve. We're actually going to give you $2,000 worth of checks. Guess what? You don't have to deposit anything in the account for that. It's a matter of you're writing the check, you're giving it to me for any maintenance. What that does too, I know the history of the vehicle. When you bring it back to trade it in to get your new truck, because you told me you like every 3 or 4 years. And the bottom line is this, Steve, and I'm being very selfish here. I want you to come back to me because I'm going to show you how we take care of our customers. Not just during this process, but after you buy the vehicle. And this is important for after you buy the vehicle. Nobody else does that. I'll tell you, you told me, I asked you to name the fellow who sold you the last car. You couldn't tell me. I asked you to tell me the person who sold you the car before that. You couldn't tell me. Guess what? I will guarantee you, you're going to know Tom Mortimer. Okay? Because these are the services, and you're going to come back. I'm going to meet you in service. Call me. I'll set the appointment for you. And since you live in Western Pennsylvania, you don't need any admissions. We give lifetime PA state inspections. We're going to give you your first year of oil changes up to 3. Okay? Right there, Steve, is about $120 value just for the oil changes. And when you come back next time, I'm going to put another $500 on your vehicle, and you're saying, no way. No dealership is going to, again, give me something else. Guess what? We are. I know the history of your vehicle because you came in for your maintenance. Maybe you got a ding, you came in, we looked over the vehicle for you again. I don't want to have to go through the auction. I don't want to have to buy somebody's strange car. I want to be able to tell a story to the vehicle. Again, selfishly, Steve, I want to sell the vehicle too. Okay? But that means you're getting a great deal. And it all comes down to the end again, right at the bottom here. I don't care where you go, you're not going to be able to buy or get a better deal than you are here at TriStar. Now, with all that said, Steve, why bother going to Joe's Ford? You told me that you're comfortable right here. Let's just wrap this up right now. Steve, can I get your new car ready?
Yes, you can. How can you not close everybody? Look, I do this a lot. I've got maybe 10, 15,000 people on video. I've never seen passion like that in a role play. Round of applause for this meeting. That's strong as shit. I'd have hooked in a heartbeat. How could anybody walk out of the store? If you don't, look, if you didn't learn shit yesterday, if you don't learn shit today, do what this man right here just did with every single one of your customers. You'll double or triple your closing ratio. That's rather spectacular. Can I